Hi everybody, it's Cindy. It is June 10th and I'm back to do a Stitch With Me update. I'm going to be finishing the piece I started last week. I'm almost done. The pattern is by Blackbird Design, Sweet Land of Liberty. And I am doing this piece. I'm almost done. Now I don't think I'm gonna finish it into a round. I know Misty Purcell is working on this one. It's really pretty. It's the beautiful designs in this book. I highly recommend it. I purchased it at the Silver Needle. So if you're looking for it, that's where I purchased it. What I'm doing is I'm gonna be filling in these flowers here. There's one motif here and then two little motifs here, and then I am done. I hope everybody had an awesome week. I didn't stitch a whole lot this week, although I'm almost done with this piece. I started it last weekend. I've been working out in the garden, and there's a couple of nights where I do walk 4 to 5 miles a day, and when it gets darker later, I really do more walking at night, and I enjoy that, and it's a way for me to relieve my stress. I just like being out in nature, listening to the birds and looking at all the trees and just seeing what's blooming in the neighborhood and things like that. So I didn't get as much stitching time in as I would have liked, but winter is my busiest stitching season, and summer I stitch the least because there's so much other things I could do. Winter there's nothing else to do, so I really do stitch way more in the winter than I do in the summer. I was tending to the gardens. I was actually out there this morning tending to the garden, and I usually do it once a week. I do it early in the morning, usually on Sunday morning, and you would think I sleep late on my days off, but I don't. It's like an internal clock is built in, and I woke up at, what did I do there? I woke up at I wake up at like 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. So I just got up and I put my boots on, my garden boots, and I just headed out into the garden, and I do the weeding and stuff early in the morning where it's not hot, and if you tend to it once a week, the weeds don't take over. So I try and stay on top of it. It makes it easier if you just do it every week. The weeds grow really good. The weeds amaze me. They always grow. You don't have to do anything to them, but it's kind of funny. But the gardens are looking awesome. On Tuesday, the first sunflower bloomed. I was like a little kid. I ran. I got my camera. It was awesome. And I will include a slideshow at the end of the garden update. So many people, so many of you, thank you so much, really enjoy seeing the garden. Some people can't plant gardens and love seeing it, and I'm glad they could get that from me. So I don't mind sharing that. I enjoy that, and everything's growing really good. I went out this morning when I was weeding, and 3 more sunflowers are starting to pop out. So it's super exciting. I mean, it's my favorite time of year. I love this time of year. I just love seeing things grow and flourish, and super exciting. For me anyway, I just love the garden. Nature just gives me something that nothing else can, so I enjoy it. I did have, I ate 4 tomatoes from my garden already. They're the little round yellow tomatoes, so I had those. Those are starting to, I mean, wait till you see the update on the tomato plants. They exploded. They're huge already, so, and they got fruit all over them, and That's awesome. My first planting of the lettuce actually is done, and the others are growing in. So, like I said, I do plant that sporadically throughout the season. So, the first planting is gone and eaten. I'm gonna, on these pieces, I'm actually going to backstitch the flower because the flower is white and you could see it, but it's gonna pop more when I backstitch it. So as you can see, I'm doing that right now. This will make the flowers pop a little bit. The linen it's on, I mean, you could see it, but the outline will make it pop, and that's why I'm doing it. It almost blends into the fabric, the color, but the color of, it's kind of like an off-white, what I stitched it in, and then I'm gonna pop these flowers. These will pop. It's actually pretty. I like it. Some things I change on patterns as I go. If I think something needs to be backstitched, I'll do it. And it's usually flowers that I do backstitch because some colors, as you could see, look, I'll bring it in close. See how it popped by backstitching it? Look up. Look at that flower, how it popped just by backstitching it. So that's why I did that. I'm going to go back up and do the others now. But yeah, the garden's been keeping me busy, and I like that. I really enjoy it. I did get a notification in my email this week from the Silver Needle. Every year, they have a club that you could join where they send you out a new kit. I think it's every quarter. They send you out a new stitching kit, and it's a new designer each time. It's exclusive to, you know, this type of club. It's on auto delivery. When you get the kits, it has all the finishing materials, fibers, fabrics. It shows you how to finish the piece, and they always have a set of designers that do it and do a specific pattern for this type of club. So there's only a limited amount of people that they take for this club. So if you're interested in that, go to thesilverneedle.com. I know some people might not know about it, but you can sign up for their newsletter. Also, I would recommend that, so when something comes out or they have something going on, you do get notified. I hope that helps someone out. I'm really contemplating doing it, but I really don't need any more projects. I have so many I want to do, just like everybody else, and I don't need to add anything at this point. But I do know those kits are always, and patterns are always super cute, and look, it's enticing. It really is. But I'm letting you know about that because somebody might not know about it, and I know they only do a limited amount of people in the club. Excuse me. Their auto delivery is awesome. The Silver Needle, I know I've talked about them before. They have awesome service, and their auto delivery is really good. They give good service there. And if you don't want to do it online, just call them up and do it. I mean, that's what I love about it. You don't have to necessarily do it via email. You could call them up and do that if you prefer that and talk to somebody. The ladies are always super helpful. Excellent service. And when you get their package, they always wrap it. They always have like pretty tissue paper it's wrapped in. They put attention to detail on their service. So I highly recommend that. If you don't know about that, like I said, just go to thesilverneedle.com, and you'll be happy that you did that. Okay, let me go back up over here. So this weekend, My sister's 50th birthday is actually June 17th, so I actually am off on Saturday. Sunday, Monday, I get a 3-day weekend. I hardly ever get a Saturday off. And we are going to Asheville, North Carolina. We're both super excited about that. We're going to definitely be going to Sassy Jack's. That's a cross-stitch store there. If you don't know about it, it's an awesome cross-stitch store. And I haven't been there since the fall, so I am super excited about going and seeing what's new in the shop and looking at everything. My sister's never been there, so she'll enjoy that. And then I think 40 or 45 minutes from there, there is a huge fabric store, and it's like a warehouse-sized store. My sister said the size of like a Hobby Lobby, but it's all fabric, so we're looking forward to going there. I don't know the name. My sister is the director. I'm the driver. So I will, in my next update, tell you about that, what we purchased, what we saw, you know, what was going on in that area. I'll let you know the name of the store, of the fabric store. So if you're in that area, you could head on over there also. I know Sassy Jack's is renovating an older home, and I thought they were supposed to be moving into that home this spring. I don't think that has happened yet to their new location. I know those projects, when you're renovating an older home, you know, getting the supplies and materials and contractors, I think that always takes longer than we think. So I'm pretty sure they're in their current location still. Now, when you go to Asheville, North Carolina, definitely go see the Biltmore. It's an estate. The grounds on this estate are amazing. Last Memorial Day, my sister and my son, we went actually to celebrate Mother's Day. I don't know, it was around Mother's Day, Memorial Day last year. We went, and we went on a weekend. It was crowded, but it was at the time the gardens were blooming, and the gardens there are amazing. The rose garden there, I could just live in the rose garden. I'd be good. It's beautiful. And I've been to the house a couple of times. I mean, once you see the house, you see the house, but each season they decorate it and do it different. If you can't go in the springtime, I definitely recommend you go in December. They do beautiful decorations for the holidays. So if you go to Asheville, definitely go visit the Biltmore. There is also a beautiful hotel called the Park Grove Inn. Amazing, amazing views of the mountains. Old world hotel made out of stone, and it's just amazing. They have several restaurants inside the hotel, so you don't have to stay at the hotel. You could just go and eat lunch there and take in the beautiful views. I mean, I could just sit there and look at the view all day. It's beautiful. I really enjoy doing that. So if you go there, excuse me, you definitely want to go visit the Park Grove Inn also. That's in Asheville. Now, as far as food and eating there, oh my gosh, there's so much amazing restaurants in Asheville. And my sister and I already plan on eating at Salsa's. Oh, their food is so good. It's fresh. It's amazing. And then you walk literally right across the street and you go to the Chocolate Lounge. Now, the Chocolate Lounge is not like anything I have seen in Tennessee at all, but Chocolate Lounge reminds me of some places they have in Manhattan, New York, and it's big. It has all kinds of desserts, creme brulee, fresh made ice cream, chocolates, cakes, and cookies, and It has hot chocolates, and it has a liquid hot chocolate, and it has everything. If you like sweets, I mean, it's a special treat to go there for excuse me, for dessert. You will absolutely love it. Like every time I go to Asheville, I make sure I go to Salsa's, and I make sure I go to the Chocolate Lounge. I know that's me. Me and my sister, when we plan something, we always plan on where we're going to eat. Eating is a big part of it for us. It's kind of funny. Those flowers look awesome backstitch. I'm going to bring that in and show you close up. Give me one moment. Yeah, so if you go to Asheville, you have to go to the Chocolate Lounge. Well, you could eat at any restaurant. There's a lot of good restaurants to eat there, but I'm going to bring this in closer. See how the flowers pop when you backstitch them? That looks awesome. Very nice. I'm glad I added that touch. You could see them now. Give me one moment. Yeah, so our trip will be fun. It'll be a great time. We'll eat great food, great company. That's a good way to celebrate her 50th birthday. There is also in Asheville a pinball place, and you pay like a flat amount, like $10 or $15 for a certain amount of time, and you go in and you play all the old-time pinball machines. So I don't know if we'll have time for that though, but that's also something you might not know about that's in North Carolina. Like I said, there's tons of shops and specialty shops, you know, like handmade soaps and teas and coffee, and it's a cute little city. Asheville, North Carolina, definitely cute. Has awesome views. If you're ever there, those are just some of the things I recommend that you do get a chance to do. Hopefully that's helpful for somebody if they're going into that area. If you plan on being at Sassy Jack's on Saturday, June 16th, leave me a message in the comments below. I'd love to meet somebody there. Somebody that I haven't met in person. And I know right across the street from Sassy Jack's at their current location, like I said, I don't think they moved into their new location yet. They also have a place to eat and a wonderful bakery and desserts too, but I definitely recommend going out of your way for the Chocolate Lounge. I just can't stress that enough. If you like dessert and you want to go there, you'll be happy you did. And they're open pretty late too. They don't close early. I know a lot of things in the South close early, and I don't think I'll ever get used to that, but that place is open pretty late, so definitely something to visit. It's about a 2-hour and 15-minute ride for me. Not too bad. And we are staying overnight, so it makes it even better. I've done that trip in a day, though, many times. But if you could stay the night, you know, and venture around and see and do things, I highly recommend it. It's a great area to visit. I always enjoy going there, and I look forward to it. Something to put on your list of things to see and do. There's so many cross-stitch shops, you know, I'd love to visit. I'd love to go see the attic. That's on my list. I'd love to see the silver needle in person. There's a bunch of them I'd like to go see. Be fun to see, you know, all the different shops. They all have samples and all kinds of things hanging on the walls. And to me, it's like the greatest art there is. I just love it. I consider this painting with needle and thread. It's just it's a great art form. I really enjoy it. And I hope, like I said before in older videos, I hope to see the younger generation pick it up and you know, go into it, you know. I don't know if we'll see that, but I hope it grows. I think the younger generation could use a hobby. Takes you away from all the media, the social media, you know, internet, the computers, the cell phones. They're so connected to that. I think they miss out on other things. And listen, I use it too. I try to keep it to a minimum though. On my social media. That's why I don't do Facebook or Instagram. There's so many people. I get someone ask me every week to do Instagram, and I don't. I do my videos and I do my blog, and that takes time itself. And I do like sharing and meeting people, but to post pictures on Instagram, it's not a medium I choose to use. Some people only do Instagram, so I do get it. Everybody's got their own preference, but some people do all of them. I don't know how. That's a lot of media. But I hope the younger generation gets more and more into handiwork, you know, with your hands, and see how that goes, you know. That'll be interesting to see. I think the community is growing more and more. You do see younger stitchers coming in, and that excites me. I like seeing that. I really enjoy that. I think it's great that we do have the younger generations coming in. It's exciting, and they have different ideas, and you know, as time goes on, different designers will be coming out, you know. Some retire, and then new ones come out, and it's good to see that grow. I like seeing it grow in the community. That's super exciting. So that's going to be my week coming up. I hope everybody else has a good week and get some stitching done. Or I know a lot of people are going to be traveling soon. You know, we are going into a lot of people traveling, vacations, and spending time with family and friends, and, you know, doing more outdoor activities. Yeah, it's a good time of year. Like I said, this summer is my favorite time of year. It's spring into summer. Spring into summer is my favorite time of year, although I do enjoy fall more, but I still don't like winter. I don't think I'll ever like winter. I don't like winter. Maybe if it was light out during the winter, I wouldn't care, even if it was cold. I don't like the cold. I like the hot. I'd rather be sweating than freezing, and other people feel the same. They'd rather be freezing than sweating. So everybody's different. That's just me. That's just what my sister, my younger sister, loves the cooler weather. She loves the fall, and she doesn't like sweating and stuff like that. She could do without that, but everybody likes different things, and that's okay. Life would be so boring if we were all the same, wouldn't it? And see, I'm almost done. Woo! Getting excited. thinking already in my mind, like, how am I going to finish this? I don't want to finish it into a circle because the circle that they did, it cuts out a lot of the stitching. And I don't want to do that. Listen, I put these stitches in, I want them to be seen. And it's actually, this would be a pretty big circle on the piece. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a pillow. Maybe I'll frame it. I don't know, I never know until I finish it. I don't know. It's kind of funny. The design process, when I go to finish pieces, I think I'm going to finish a piece a certain way, and then I don't. I always switch it. Like, that's one of the good things, you could change your mind as you go. Kind of funny. I don't know. I might frame this. I don't know. I'll have to see and decide. I'm not quite sure. And the other little ones, they have it in white, but I think I'm going to do it in the blue. Sometimes on colors, I will change the colors as I go sometimes too, just based upon what I see and what strikes me a little different. Like, I'm going to do the insides of these motifs. I'm going to do it blue. There's not a whole lot of navy in this piece. I'm a blue person. I guess that's why I gravitate towards blue, which is fine. I like it. I like it with the blue. That's cool. Oh, sorry about that. I bumped the camera. The wording on the bottom, I did in blue too. It wasn't called for in the pattern. When I'm done, I'll show you the pattern again. It had a different color, and I really, like I said, there's not a whole lot of navy in this piece. And I'm just a blue person. That's just the way it is. It's a really pretty pattern. I really enjoyed stitching this. It's very patriotic. Very, very pretty colors. If you look at the house, look up, you could see these are DMC colors, and I love, it's like the greenish, grayish, bluish type greenish. I don't know. I love the color. It's a pretty color. I like the combination of those, and that is about it. This is done. There you go. You can see I did the wording in the blue. The flowers pop with the back stitch on that, so if you're doing it like white on white, back stitch it. You could pick a different color if you wanted to. It's a pretty piece, and that is the finished piece. I might add my initial, I might not. I don't know. I'll have to think about that too. This, here, let me see if I could get, there you go. They had it in red. There was a lot of red in the piece, and these are roses and things like that. I like the blue better. I just think it gives it more contrast. Anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have an awesome week coming up. I'm going to go out and do a video of the garden for you so you could see the update. Thank you so much for joining me stitching. I really enjoy reading the comments, and thank you so much for stitching along. I'm glad I could share this with other people. We have somebody to stitch with. Happy stitching, everyone. Hi everybody, I'm going to pick the winner of the pattern B Sampler by Lila's Studio. I'm using the comment generator. I am not picking the winner, and I'm just going to press start. It has the URL in there. And the winner is Betty Hummel. And Betty, congratulations. My email address is below. Just send me your mailing address and I'll get that pattern out to you right away. Congratulations. Hi everybody, I'm going to do an update of the garden. And as you can see, it's June 10th. And the kale is tremendous. It's so big. And then I got, you can see the Swiss chard. I still got spinach growing, and I'm gonna bring you in closer. Over here I have this tomato plant growing, and I never planted it. It must have been a seed from last year, so it's growing pretty big on the tomato plant here. This is my wild garden that I planted in with vegetables. I do like adding flowers, and this was a bag of wild flowers that I purchased, and they're really actually beautiful. There's a lot of greenery, and you got different colored flowers here. I'm gonna get in close for you. Here you got the new lettuces growing in. This is the garden. It has my beets in it. Look at how big the beets are. It is amazing how big the leaves are. So much goodness in there. I'm gonna get down in close so you could see one of the beets. See the beet growing? They're gonna be pretty big. Tons of beets. Also love my beet greens, so healthy for you. Over here, these are the eggplants, and you can see they're flowering, so those will be blooming soon. And I got a couple of carrots. A lot of the carrots didn't make it, so that's okay. Over here, these are all the cucumbers, tons of flowers on them, so these will all be blooming soon too. And I got more lettuce growing over here. But these are the flowers for the cucumbers, and they're all growing up the vine. They're huge. Gonna have lots of cucumbers this year. Flourishing. Here is the tomato bed. Look at how big they are already. This is only 2 plants. It's crazy. But I'm going to show you all the fruit on it. Let's see if we could get in there. Look at all the tomatoes. All the way. You can see there's a yellow one there. I ate like 5 of them yesterday off of this plant. It's huge. It's like almost like a tree. I'm going to get a ton this year from that. As you could see the jalapenos growing. And I'll bring it in. You can see. Got my baby peppers growing. So it's all starting to flourish. They're all doing well. And I'm going to take you around to the sunflowers by the birds. As you can see, my sunflowers are almost burying the bird feeders at this point. Look at how big they are. They're super tall. They're almost, and the birds do get in. They got to get in there to eat the food. And this is awesome when it blooms. I think another week or so they'll all be blooming. Beautiful. These sunflowers I do not plant. These grow from the seeds that fall from the bird feeder. So it's an amazing gift. Okay, so we're out front now, and this is the big, look at all the nasturtiums. These are edible flowers. You could eat these. These, you got the butterflies going all around. You got orange nasturtiums. You got baby sunflowers coming in. There's my bunny. Look at how big the sunflowers are. It's amazing. And I'm going to take you around front and show you the ones that bloomed. I got a cardinal spinner. It's so cute. He's in the garden now too. The silver plants exploded. They're so big. And they get these yellow flowers on them. Okay, and then as we pan up, this is where you're going to see the sunflowers. They're blooming. Yay! Getting close. There you go. This is the first one that bloomed right there. That was on Tuesday. And you got all the other babies starting to come out. And the big ones, they'll be blooming soon. Oh, this bush exploded. Look at these. It's beautiful. Looks like little porcupine flowers. I don't know the name. I forgot the name. I'm horrible with names. So if you know the name, comment below. I'll bring you in close. Look at those. There's tons of them. It's super big. The azalea bush is getting big, and you got more nasturtiums there. You got the bee balm. No butterfly today. These sunflowers are huge, very big. This bush did not bloom yet, but it's got tons of blooms. This will probably bloom next week sometime also. The left side of the garden, you can see the marigolds are starting to get big, and all the wildflowers grew in. They'll be blooming soon. These have buds on them. It'll be exciting to see when these bloom too. I still got these spin top reds. And I'm sorry about the shadow. It's very sunny right now, time of day. And so we got the purple flowers still growing, and that is the garden update. Thank you for all the beautiful comments on the garden. I'm glad that I could share this with other people. Some people can't grow a garden anymore, and I'm glad I could give that to you. Happy stitching, everyone.